Hi, I'm Ashley Cleland. I serve as an Associate Director in Intercultural Affairs, and I specifically oversee the Women and Gender Office. We are so excited to sponsor and promote the Mentorship Breakfast again this year, even if we have to do it over video. We're very grateful for all of the videos that were submitted to us and happy to share this with you today. So I invite you to pour yourself a cup of coffee and eat your breakfast while you enjoy just a little bit of this much needed sunshine and celebrating of all of the work that we're doing on our campus to uplift women and gender minorities.
Hi, my name is Naimi Pothiwala. I'm a student in ECU, and I'd like to nominate Brian Williamson, a learning specialist at the Pirate Academic Success Center, for being the most incredible mentor I could have had in these past 2 years. I met him at the beginning of my freshman year. My Spanish class, I was looking for a tutor in Spanish, and they couldn't find a tutor in that subject, so they sent me to him for a study skills appointment. And I was like, I don't need that, I'll be fine. But I made an appointment. He happened to be the specialist I was paired with. And I am so grateful and so lucky that I accidentally had an appointment with Brian, because over the past 2 years, he's become so much more than just a study skills mentor for me. He has become a life coach, as I like to call him. He's become an incredible friend, and he's been my rock through some of the hardest times I've had in college.
Hi, my name is Ananya Corapella. I am a senior public health and Hispanic studies major. I would like to nominate Dr. Diane Majewski as an incredible mentor of mine. She is the director of programming and special projects at the Honors College. She has been an incredible mentor of mine since my freshman year. We have been always talking about this past year about how much I have grown since my first time arriving at the ECU campus. I am a more confident person because of her. I have been taught to think outside of the box for any creative projects that we are working on, any events that we are putting on for the Honors College. She has always been an incredible listener and an incredible support system in anything that I am working on in my professional and academic career, or even in my personal life. She has always encouraged me to go above and beyond what I think my capabilities are. I am definitely a more confident person because of her, and I'm incredibly glad to have had her as a mentor these past 4 years, and especially now during the COVID crisis. She has checked on me numerous times. She has always made sure that I'm doing something fun, staying on top of my schoolwork, and anything related to activities that I am a part of at the Honors College. Thank you.
Hey y'all, my name is Alicia Soriano and I'm an ECU student. My mentor is Ashley Cleland. She's the Associate Director of the WGO. I have had the great honor of working for Ashley for the last year and few months or so as a program assistant. Ashley has completely empowered my life, not only professionally but also personally. I'm a student parent. There's not a lot of opportunity for me to speak up about that experience. However, with my work through the WGO, Ashley has given me a platform to be able to advocate for student parent needs. I can now have on my resume that I've spoken at several conferences, and personally it is enriching and empowering to think that somebody believes in me and my unique story to actually give that opportunity. So thank you, Ashley. You've honestly given me the confidence to just own my story and be who I am and use my strengths to my ability.
I'm nominating Dr. Lonnie Crum, and because of Dr. Crum, I feel like I am a very effective counselor. I feel like I gained a lot of skills within myself and a lot more confidence to be able to help someone else in need who may need it. Because of Dr. Crum, I feel like I had someone who was really willing to listen to me and not just see me as a number or another student in a class, but she saw me for myself, and she allowed me to be myself and to grow and develop, as well as provide opportunities for me so that I could grow and be successful. Without her, I don't think I would have been as effective in my program as I was, and I'm thankful that she was able to mentor me for my 2 years in my graduate program.
Hi, my name is Ellen Goldberg. I'm the Associate Director for Clinical Operations at Student Health Services, and I am nominating a wonderful person today as an outstanding mentor, and she's our Director at Student Health. Her name is Dr. Lanika Wright. And Lanika and I have worked together for many, many years. We started at Student Health at the same time, which was a few years ago. I won't divulge how many to protect us both. But she has been a wonderful coworker, a wonderful boss, a wonderful person to be around and to learn from, and to really watch how she is able to instill a wonderful workplace culture. One of her main tenets of being a leader is to have a family at her workplace, and she always tells us that we spend more waking hours with our work family than we do sometimes with our own family, and that is very important to her. She is very cognizant of how we're doing, of our personal lives, that our priority is on our families and on our self-care and making sure that we're taken care of as people first and then as employees. And so she is wonderful about knowing what's going on with people. She knows about people's families. She knows what is going on in their day-to-day life. She is very good about checking in. We celebrate all kinds of fun things at Student Health because she knows that having a fun workplace environment is really essential to not only our productivity, but our retention, our workplace happiness, our work-life balance. And putting a focus on all of those things is really a wonderful quality in a leader and a mentor, and she has really helped other people kind of foster that in their employees. And by placing a priority on it herself, I think she really shows us what type of culture we want to have at Student Health.
And I'd like to nominate another student at ECU, a senior, Ananya Koripella, for the Women and Gender Office Mentorship Breakfast. I met Ananya for the first time 2 years ago, and I always knew who she was. I knew who she was on paper. She was the first person, at least in my time in high school, to have received the EC Scholars Scholarship, and I always thought she was pretty incredible on paper. So I was excited to get to know her because I thought, she's accomplished so much. But looking back, I had no idea what an incredible friend I was going to be able to find in Ananya. Over the past 2 years, she has become the big sister I always wanted. Whether it was picking me up to take me to Taco Bell when I'm down, or chewing me out if I'm letting people walk all over me, she is someone who has taught me time and time again how to believe in myself and how to be confident and survive college on my own. She has been the role model I've always wanted and always needed. And she models it. She lives that life. She owns what she's got. She's such a badass. She knows that. The way she operates, she has a mountain of confidence, and she is realistic and real about what the world has to offer, and she owns what she's got.
Hello, my name is Shayla Simons, and I am a senior animation student here at East Carolina University, and I would like to nominate Ashley Cleland for the Mentorship Breakfast event. I've met Ashley when roughly around 2 years ago, when I heard that ECU was starting the Women and Gender Office, and so I was very excited for the opportunity to have an office like this on campus. So Ashley, I believe she's one of the most impactful bosses that I've ever had in my 22 years of life, and about 7-ish years of working and being independent. She's really allowed me to come into my own as a woman and also a working woman, to basically empower and also make sure that, I make my own decisions. It's not something where like she's pushing me or influencing me to do things or forcing me to do things that I don't want to do. She's always asking for our input. She's always asking constantly, like, what do we want to see and what do we want to do to impact the office the most. And I think professionally that's really shaped how I want to go through into my professional life. I want to continue allowing talking areas and discussions and dialogues to happen. She is also a strong proponent of mental health. She's always been a person that, like, if she sees that you are having a hard or you're having a struggling day, she will ask you to, hey, it's okay to, if you have to go or you have to leave, you do not have to stay in the office. And I just feel like that's something that I wish more bosses and mentors can do. Like, instead of asking people to work or out of fear of their mental health, they can do that. And I'm really happy that I found a boss like that actually she's advocating for our mental health and our mental safety and our ability.
Hi, my name is Holly Campbell and I'm a graduate student at ECU, and I would like to nominate Bailey Steckbauer, who is the Gateway East Hall Coordinator, as my mentor, and I would like to nominate her for recognition. Bailey has been my supervisor as well as my hall coordinator, and she's always been there for me every step of the way. And whatever I needed, she's always wanted to help and help me in any way that she possibly could. Because of her, I've had so many opportunities open to me. She has really helped me succeed at ECU, and I thank her for that. So thank you, Bailey.
Hi, I'm Blake. I'm a student at East Carolina University, and I wanted to nominate Rose Bogue for their fantastic work with GEM. As one of the founding members of GEM, I've seen it come from this group of 7 or so teens that didn't know how to come into their identity to this whole 12 plus crew of all these teenagers that know what their identity is and have a support network. And it's fantastic to see it in this way. And it would have never been possible if it hadn't been for Rose Bogue and their fantastic work with it. Rose has done such a great job with organizing it and leading it, and I cannot say this enough when I mean that they deserve this nomination spot more than anyone I know personally. Even if Rose is my best friend, I 100% believe that they need to get this nomination spot.
Hi, my name is Emily Stewart. I'm a senior graduating this year from East Carolina with a BS in Biology, BA in Chemistry. I'd like to nominate Jessica Malowski as my mentor. Over the past year, her influence has helped me to gain more self-trust. I understand who I am better. I know that will translate into my career and into furthering my education when I move to Connecticut. She's been a fantastic addition to the Dr. Jessie R. Pill LGBTQ Center as the Associate Director of the office. I couldn't be more happy with getting to know her, and I'm excited for the relationship that her and I can have post-graduation. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jessica Malowski. I'm the Assistant Director for the Dr. Jessie R. Pill LGBTQ Center. I would like to nominate Mark Rasdorf as my mentor. He helps me not take life too seriously, and that helps make me more resilient in my job and in connecting with the students that we work with. It makes working a lot more fun and helps with a work-life balance.
My name is Rose Bogue, and I would like to formally recognize my illustration professor, Jason Greenberg. In addition to just being an extremely chill guy and a quality educator, he actually has a lot of experience in his field, which makes learning from him all the more valuable. Because of him, I am more confident in my skills and feel more prepared for the post-college world.